Superheroes everywhere. If it ain't about Marvel, then we just don't care. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Abwon, and we finally made it. The granddaddy of Before You Watch Film Reviews, Captain America Civil War. Before I even started this YouTube series, I had everybody asking me to review this film. A lot more than I had people asking me to review Batman vs. Superman, but are you that surprised? Because I'm not. Anyway, thank you all for supporting, and thank you all that watched the one for the review for Keanu, because I'm still mad I even watched that movie. I'm real disappointed in myself. After this review, I got people giving their live take on the film. No, excuse me. They're giving their live scores. I'm the only one doing the reviews. This is my channel, not theirs. They're going to give their live scores on the movie, so check out for that. But let's get into it right now. You know, my generation and even a younger generation, we need to consider ourselves spoiled that we have all of this technology to bring things like comic books to life in movies. You know what I mean? Like, because our parents that used to read it, they only used to imagine, who would win in a fight between Hawkeye and Superman. You know what I mean? And now we can watch it on a silver screen. And it looks good. They're still trying to do the same thing with biblical stories, but that's not really working out that well for them. Out of all the Phase 2 Marvel movies, that excludes Fantastic Four and the X-Men movies, if you're wondering. Out of all the Phase 2 Marvel movies, I never would have thought that Captain America would have been the one that I really enjoyed. I don't really like the Thor movies. I don't really like the Iron Man movies. They're okay. They're more tolerable than the Iron Man movies, in my opinion. The Hulk movie with Edward Norton, I did like it, but every Captain America movie, even after the first one, I was like, man, this movie is probably going to be garbage. Every Captain America movie that comes out, they just outdo the last one. They just outdo the predecessor. And this one, I mean, I think this marks the end of Phase 2, and then Phase 3 starts, the grand finale of Marvel movies. And if this is the end to Phase 2, I don't know if my heart can take Phase 3. I might need that machine that Iron Man got, because I might suffer cardiac arrest from all this action, man. This movie, I'm going to break this movie down the same way I did Batman vs. Superman. Story, visuals, and action. The storyline is pretty cut and dry. I'm not going to speak too much about it because these are spoiler-free reviews, but I'm just going to give you a perfect example. Movies like the Transformers and the Avengers, specifically the Avengers, they just do terrible when it comes to storylines. I mean, I feel like they're just guidelines that the actors need to follow when they're on the screen. There's no substance, there's no character development. You don't really know who the antagonist is because, let's be real, none of these villains really are that villainous. And you're just scratching your head wondering, how did we get from point A to point B? It just doesn't work. However, that is not the case with this movie. No. From the opening scene to the ending scene, everything is in sync. Shout out to Justin Timberlake. But yes, everything is in sync. The first 2 minutes of the movie, there's an action scene. You know what I mean? Within the first hour, there's 4 different action scenes. And they all look really well. The visuals are on point, but I'll get to that in a second. The pacing, though, the pacing is excellent. The storyline is deep enough for you to be engaged, but it's not too deep where it's like, okay, I have to shut my phone off and I can't even talk to my girlfriend right now because I need to understand why Tony Stark is destroying his computer. You know what I mean? There's none of that going on. So they end Phase 2 really well. They set Phase 3 up for success. And I will tell you this right now. 30 seconds into the credits, there's a scene you need to look out for. They're called Easter eggs. 30 seconds into that, you need to look out for that scene. 10 minutes after that, there's another scene you need to look out for. And that's all I will say about the plot line. Now, the visuals. All of the they're not called superheroes anymore. DC, they call them metahumans. And in Marvel, there's mutants first, and anybody who's not a mutant is called an enhanced being. They're trying to be more adultish. They're not comic books anymore. They're graphic novels. So they're no longer superheroes. They're enhanced beings. So anyway, the enhanced beings in this movie are all done well. From Vision to Scarlet Witch, who is Magneto's daughter, if you didn't know, to somebody as basic as Hawkeye and Black Widow. they all look good. You know what I mean? They all look good. Like Hawkeye's arrows on point. Black Widow has a little gadgets here and there. But speaking of gadgets, bruh, Iron Man has got to be the king of gadgets. Like, you know this man just got money to blow because he had like, this guy had Apple watches that had a mechanism in it to stop bullets. And I'm sitting here like, Tim Cook ain't give you that, bruh. Where you get that from? Stark Enterprises, Stark Industries. The visuals are definitely on point. The CGI, I mean, there are some scenes where you're going to be like, yeah, that was definitely CGI. But it's not going to be to the point where you're feeling like you're watching Green Lantern, where you're just going to, like, throw your DVD player out the window because you feel like the filmmakers are just, like, disrespecting you. It's not that bad, you know what I mean? But other than that, everything looks good. Everything looks good. Now, last but certainly not least, the action scenes. Whew. And boy, were there a ton of them. There's a lot of intense action scenes in this movie too. I had to catch myself a few times. I was sitting in the theater like, ooh, Iron Man about to catch his face. It's serious, dog. For real. I was sitting there like, it's about to get real in this movie. Yeah, that's how crazy these scenes were, man. It's wild. I mean, all of these superheroes, and yes, I just spoke. I know, I understand. I just gave you a rant about that term, but that's what I'm using. All of these superheroes on the screen at one time, I felt like it could have been a recipe for disaster, but they made it work, man. I mean, characters as basic as Ant-Man did their thing. Spider-Man did his thing, and there's one character in particular that I definitely need to speak about, and that's the Black Panther. And I know some people who don't really know too much about him is like, Black Panther, like, you talking about that radical group back in the day, like, No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the superhero. And, look, he's on the screen right now. But I was really curious as to how they would portray him on the silver screen because he's a pretty prominent character in the comic books, man. But I'm not going to get into his backstory or anything like that. His suit looks really, really good, and he has an accent. Thank God he's got an accent. Whether or not you feel like his accent is believable is your decision, but the reason why I'm happy he has one because there are other characters, Black Widow, that should have accents that don't. So I'm happy that he definitely does have an accent. Now, whenever his character is on the screen as the Black Panther, not as his alter ego or secret identity, whatever you want to call it, whenever he's on the screen as the Black Panther, he just has this presence like, this man is that dude, like he's that dude. It's crazy. Like, I don't want to get too much into it, but you just got to watch the movie. You just feel it. Like, you can tell he's about to take the reins and he's about to be like that guy. And let me just tell you something, man. I'm just going to say something. It's really refreshing seeing a black superhero not play second fiddle, boy. I tell you, man, because I got tired of dealing with War Machine and Falcon all the time. Like, Falcon and Captain America dress exactly alike. And I'm like, dude, like, do you shop at the same express store that he shops at? Like, come on, bruh. What's going on? But, yeah, all of the characters look good. The action scenes are on point. And you feel like these quote-unquote enhanced beings really are enhanced. You know what I mean? They're kicking people through trucks. You just feel like the impact is impactful. I mean, I really can't say it much. I really can't say more than that. If we can finally get a Static Shock movie, I'd be good. But for right now, this movie did its thing. And if there are any bigwigs out there that are looking for somebody to play Static Shock, look no further than moi. You know what I mean? I'm young. I'm charismatic. I got the dreads. I mean, what more can you say? I already won the battle. Just get at me. All right. I give this movie an 8.5. I would have given it a 9, but I did not like Peter Parker. And I'm not talking about Spider-Man. I'm talking about Peter Parker. When you watch this movie, you may understand what I'm saying. Some of you may say, but, they wanted to, Tobey Maguire. I don't care. I didn't like it. But I like Spider-Man. And I know I didn't speak too much on Spider-Man because I personally wanted to touch on Black Panther. I felt like he was more important. We already seen like 4 different versions of Spider-Man. Like, we don't need to see another one. I don't need to talk on it. We all know what he can do. I wanted to talk on Black Panther. So, yeah, I give this movie an 8.5. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to get it on Blu-ray. And I'm probably going to watch it a third time. I felt like it was that good. And if I were you, I would definitely go see this movie. But all of the parents out there that are planning to take their kids to watch this movie this weekend, There is vulgarity, curse words, bad words, foul words, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not talking about the words that you hear on CW11. There are curse words. Just be warned. Don't hit my YouTube inbox asking me why I didn't touch on the fact that Spider-Man is dropping the F-bomb. You know what I mean? Don't do that. I'm letting you know right now. I don't think he drops the F-bomb, though. But anyway, you get the hint. Thank you all for watching. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. If you're listening via podcast, thanks for listening. Hit me up on YouTube. It's Abwon over everything, ABWON. Twitter, ABWON. Like my videos, comment on the videos, share my videos, subscribe to watch more of my videos. Without further ado, I'm going to get into these live scores for y'all. Just to let you know, just a disclaimer, these are instant reactions. Everybody who I'm interviewing has just watched the movie. You may hear some foul language. So if you're at work or you're just the type that just doesn't like cursing, you might want to turn the video off now, and thanks for watching. But everybody else, here we go. No spoilers, 1 through 10. What you thinking about the movie, 1 through 10? 8. What did you think about Scarlet Witch?
Yo, I don't like her in general.
Damn. Okay, 1 through 10.
8.7, 8.7.
What you think about Black Panther?
He's the man, yo.
1 through 10.
An 8.5, man.
Say that again.
8.5.
What you think about?
Much better than Batman versus Superman. There is no build-up period. It's just action, action, action.
Damn. 1 through 10, yo.
Yeah, 8.
What you think about
Sleep though, man.
Ant-Man?
He was funny as hell.
He was.
1 through 10.
Let's give it an 8, man.
What you think about Spider-Man?
That dude's young, man.
1 through 10, yo.
8.5.
What did you think about? What did you think about the fight between Iron Man, the Winter Soldier, and Captain America?
That was the best part.
1 through 10.
I give it an 8.5.
What you think? What you think about Iron Man? Throughout the whole movie.
He was confused as hell, but it was a good movie. I liked it.
1 through 10, yo.
I'll give it 8.
What did you think about? Damn. What did you think about Vision?
I like Vision, but I feel like they should just leave him out. He's too much.
Damn. 1 through 10, brother.
I think I need to see it one more time to give it a good number, but I mean, I'll put it at 8.
What you think about? Was that our height? Wait, did anybody say anything lower than an 8?
8.5.
Yeah, I gave it an 8 too. I gave it 8 too. What you think about? What did you think about the villain,
What
the Hydra
guy?
dude?
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that one.
That
That was so that was disappointing. They could have had something a little better than that.
Gotcha.
That was disappointing.
Gotcha. But
Hydra, dude, that villain, right?
yeah, the villain. That's
No, I
Hydra.
felt like that was actually good because that
one-
grounded the movie. It wasn't about him. It was about them fighting, which is what Civil War is supposed to be about. That grounded the movie. He wasn't the main character. He was just supposed to be the instigator, which is exactly what he did.
Gotcha.
He was just a supplement.
That was his
really-
job, though. Like, they
that's
weren't
it.
trying to make him anything more than he was supposed to be. That was it.
So my next question for y'all is Batman versus Superman or this movie? Which one is better?
Batman vs. Superman garbage.
Let's just say I didn't even go see Batman versus Superman.
Don't get me wrong.
What?
It's not the 38 that Rotten Tomatoes gave it, but like movie's like a 6 out of 10. Like
Yikes!
I would have given that movie a 5.
Yo, wildin', yo. All right, fellas. Good luck. I'm gonna tag. If y'all are my Facebook friends, I'm gonna tag y'all in this post in this video. If you're not, so I'm sure somebody else will. And yeah, word. Thank you.